Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh video. So we have gotten a bit of logistic news in regards to Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, the 8th Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated series that is slated to debut this coming April 2022. A few days ago we got the start date and start time that Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush is going to be airing, and just 2 days ago, we finally got information on opening 1 and ending 1, the bands that will be performing those openings and endings, and we got information on a brand new character slash monster slash dual spirit. I'm not really sure what's going on with this creature, if you will, but we will get to that at the very end. I do want to start with the information about when Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush is going to air. So we did get news that Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush is going to take the Sunday morning time slot over in Japan and replace Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s in that time slot. So the final episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s will be the last Sunday or Saturday if you live over in the States or in most parts of Europe of March. And April 3rd, Sunday morning in Japan, will be when Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush debuts. Now, if you're over on the East Coast in the United States, that's going to be around 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time on April 2nd, which is Saturday. But all you need to know is that first weekend of April, Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush is going to begin. So we do not even have a 2-week break between 7's ending and Go Rush beginning. Literally, Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's comes to an end, we'll watch that, we'll digest that, and then 3 days later, a brand new Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime begins. I'm kind of used to, with the last 2 shows, remember Arc 5 to Vrains, there was about a 5-week delay, which was a little uncommon, but it was not bad to have a month delay, I thought. And then Vrains to 7's, of course, had a very long 6-month delay, because Vrains probably ended a little before it should have ended. So it's kind of weird that we're back to the GX to 5Ds or 5Ds to Zale or Zale to Arc 5 era, where you just have no sort of break. One show ends, and then the very next week or 10 days later, I think 5Ds to Zale was about a week and a half or 2 weeks, the new show begins. So a lot of people, including myself, believe that Go Rush is going to be pretty heavily tied into Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's, so that's probably a good reason as to why it's just going right into this next series. You know, why have a break if this is going to be a direct sequel? But of course, at the moment, we don't really have any confirmation that it will be a sequel. Some people speculate that it could be an AU, other people speculate that it could be a prequel, and of course AU just means an alternate universe where none of the events of 7's actually took place. I think it's very, very likely that it will be a sequel. I hope it's a sequel. How far in the future from 7's, we really have no idea, but anyway, that's when Go Rush is airing and debuting, the first weekend of April. And so now I want to go over the opening and ending news that we got. So let me know if you know of these artists down below. If you watched 7's, you'll definitely know the artist who's doing the ending one. But the opening is going to be done by the band Frederick and is titled Mirage. So a little information about the song. Mirage is premised as a song that's about traveling in search of hope and is about even if the future is blurry like a mirage, its message is to keep your chin up and remain eager and curious and being willing to tackle anything that comes your way. This seems to fit the viewpoint that Yugioh probably will have at the very beginning of Go Rush. We know that Yugioh is fleeing a war on his home planet, and he lands on Earth in order to get Rush Duels, because Rush Duels are going to somehow be able to solve the war on Velgears, which is the planet that he comes from. And so, you know, during the cruelty of war, the future can be blurry like a mirage, and you have to just try to have some sort of hope and keep your chin up. And so I feel like this probably very well fits the motif of Yugioh coming from that war-torn planet and heading to Earth to find Rush Duels. So that definitely fits, and it just fits the theme of Yu-Gi-Oh!, right? Even when things look bleak, even when things look bad, keep your head up, keep a positive energy, and things will work out. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! After all. So that's going to be the opening, and this is the band that is performing the opening. I'm going to play you a quick 10-second clip, and I'll link this opening in the description if you want to get a vibe for how they sound. I like the sound, and Frederick, I've listened to a few of his songs since this announcement. Pretty cool artist, so I'm very intrigued and very excited to hear what Mirage is going to sound like. And then ending one is going to be titled One Way, and it is sung by Yugioh. He is the man that did opening one for Sevens. Opening one of Sevens is so good, so hyper, and I'm very excited to see him back with Sevens, this time doing ending one for Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. Not back with Sevens, but back with Yu-Gi-Oh! It's going to be weird because I still feel like there's so much of a blurred line between Sevens and Go Rush, but it's exciting to see him back. He also voiced Django in Sevens, the kind of cracked out character that had to keep drawing cards in order to fulfill his addiction, if you will. So Yugioh is back on Yu-Gi-Oh! Really, really cool news there. And of course, if you want to hear what he sounds like, just look up the first opening of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7. So now we have a new character that we have to get to, and this is a weird character, I'm not gonna lie. A sheep girl. The design is incredibly incredibly over the top. Her name is, and I'm not joking, Magical Sheep Girl Meeg-chan. Inako, who is a professional cosplayer who is regularly hired for streams and events for Konami for Yu-Gi-Oh!, will be voicing this character. I think this is her first voice acting role, definitely her Yu-Gi-Oh! Debut for the anime, so that is really cool. And her name sounds like the bleating of a sheep or a goat in Japanese. A localization of this joke would be something like Barbara or Bobby. Further details about this character are not revealed, but what's interesting is Ms. Inako, who is, of course, the cosplayer voicing her, goes on to explain that the only voice acting she's done for this character is bleeding and blying, and the character is also apparently a monster card, although it is not specified who plays her. So we don't know if Udius plays. It doesn't really look like it's a Udius card, but, you know, we don't really know anything about any of these characters' decks outside of their main monsters. So this isn't really a character, right? This is a dual monster that's, I guess, going to be important because she's featured here on her own page in the pre-release of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. Ms. Inako goes on to explain that she watched the show when she was younger, but she never really understood the rules. It was only 4 or so years ago she got permission to officially cosplay Dark Magician Girl. She's been studying up on the OCG and the Rush Duel game, and her favorite card, I'm sure some of you will love this, is True King of All Calamities. What a favorite card to have. So Ms. Inako, the cosplayer, will be voicing this character. Incredibly over-the-top design. Not really a character, right? More of a dual monster, and all she's done to voice her line so far is like baaing as a sheep. So I don't really know what's going on here. But again, don't take too much from early character reveals. Remember, one of the earliest character reveals that we got outside of the main 4 for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s was Menzaburo, the ramen kid. And how relevant has Menzaburo been to the plot? Really not that relevant at all. You know, we didn't know about Roa or Nail or Asana, you know, or Tiger, or half of the characters that ended up being super relevant until Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s was actually underway and starting. So there's going to be a lot of characters that I think are going to be way more relevant than this character, than Sheep Girl Meeg-chan, and I really do believe... Magical Sheep Girl Meeg-chan, excuse me. And I really do believe they're showing this character off because it doesn't really spoil too much. It doesn't really give too much away. And I think their power play is to try to be as secretive of the story and of the important characters as possible, outside of course, our main crew. So I don't think Super Sheep Girl, oh God, I can't say her name, Magical Sheep Girl Meeg-chan is going to be that important of a character, but it is interesting that, you know, it's another character to add to Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. But let me know, guys, what you think of all this news. Start date, opening, ending, and, of course, last but not least, Magical Sheep Girl Meeg-chan. It's just such a good name. I love saying it. I'm excited to hear all your thoughts and everything regarding Go Rush down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. A special thank you to my Platinum tier patrons, Panther J, Blue Maiden 28, Jarrett Buller, Lee Saxophone Beast, and Frost Eagle, and to my Diamond tier patrons, Jesse Wood, Latrell Smith, and Erick Avila, and to my Egyptian God tier patrons, Ccapacappuuu and Syn Cloud. Thank you so much to everyone who supports me over on Patreon or who is a YouTube channel member. You guys help me out and you help out the channel so much. And be sure to check out my Patreon for some channel exclusive perks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I stream on Twitch, I'm on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram. Links for all those will be in the description. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys.
Best for